If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Well, welcome back everybody to another episode of TED Talks Guitars and Life, aka my workbench is messier than yours, Jack. Or, for my good friend Keith, TED Talks Tuners. Yeah, man, so in this video what we're going to do, as we have already, hey, the best part about making a list, Jack, scratches things off, man. Yeah, we installed electronics already. So in this video, we're going to do the tuners and the trees. We're going to put some strings on this guitar. We're going to see how far we can get in training this bad boy up, Jack. So I have opted to go with the Siafu locking tuners that I've been rocking around the shop here for a while. And yeah, man, if you've seen any of the videos lately, SAPHUER 6 inline locking tuners. And yeah, man, I put these on several of the guitars around the shop. They do the job, at least for my purposes. I went ahead and put all 6 of these screws in just to save us a little bit of time. And unfortunately, man, good news, bad news. Good news is the tuners fit, of course. I thought they would. But the bad news is I had to go back and use those janky, rusty screws that were in this guitar, man, because the new screws, yeah, man, were not stout enough for the holes in this guitar neck. So, with the screws, let me go back here just for a minute. So yeah, so the tuners affix to the headstock in 2 ways if you have these kinds of style tuner heads. Machine heads, as it were. You've got 1 screw holding those on the back, and then on the front you're going to have a hex nut and a washer. So you just put that bad boy in there like thusly, and then I'm going to find my 10mm elongated socket. Go to town on these bad boys, man. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Yeah, man, I hope that you're having a great day wherever this video finds you, whatever it is you're doing. You're surrounded by people who love and affirm you, man. And you've got good friends and good community all the way around you, Jack. Life is too short, my friends, not to have great friends along the journey with you. Okay, guys, you can use anything you want to snug these up. This is a 10mm elongated socket because I like to have something where I can ride over the pole and not get hung up. But you could use everything from needle nose pliers. You could use a Dunlap uni-wrench. You could use just anything you want to, man, because really, truthfully, these don't have to be on there super taut. They need to be tight, but not overly tightened. You know, man, you're not building a spaceship or anything like that, guys. So I'm just going to make sure they're snug. Yep, they are snug. We got the snuggage. Hey, shout out, Snug. What's up, man? O'Brien said, man, you're always talking about Snug in your video. What's up, aka Snug, man? It's a good cat, man. Alright, tuners are installed. What's next on the docket, you might ask? What's next on the docket is to throw in a couple of these Fender style rolling string guides. These are the Amavalier, and this was a pack of 4. I'm going to be using 2 of those, and I think the pack of 4, I don't know how much it costs, man. I'll put it in the description below. I don't want to misquote anything, but it was not expensive at all. And you could actually, man, you could get the Fender brand. You get it just about any kind of brand. So it has the nib on the top. I always just smack those off with my snips here. And I always cut my hand like that over it, because sometimes that little piece can shoot out. And yeah, man, I probably should be wearing my safety glasses. True confession, I am not. I don't know where they are. Oh, here they are. Let's employ those bad boys. Yeah, so this had the generic metal string trees on them that I don't know anybody that digs those, man. Some guys can work around it. You know, you can file it, you can lube it a little bit. You know, there's some stuff that you can do to reduce the friction on those. But myself, man, I just replace those. You know, it's like a, I don't know, man, $7-8 type deal, just to get something that doesn't cause any friction. All right, and so what you could do after you get rid of the little nibbage, you can get you any kind of file. You can get sandpaper. You can use whatever you want, man. I got these files on the Zon where I get everything. Well, that's not true. There's a couple things that I purchase that I don't get on the Zon. I've got some solo radius gauges that I don't get on the Zon. By the way, this is a 9.5 radius nick. And the way I know that is because we used our solo music radius gauge to find that out. They sell gauges on the Zon, but I had heard about those from Dave, and he mentioned solo, and so I went out and picked those up. It's quite a while ago. I'm just filing these little sharp nibs off the top, man. In theory, if you wanted to, man, you could drill a secondary hole and use that nib as an anchor. That's what it's for, so that your string guide doesn't do this thing right here. However it is you want to do it, man, feel free to do it your way, Jack. That's what I say. Now, will these screws work in these holes? I am hopeful that they will. I sure am hopeful, man, because I don't want to have to use those old janky rusty screws. But you know, worst case scenario, man, I probably really don't mind. Yeah, that dropped in there pretty quick, didn't it? Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Is that actually in there? Well, it appears that that's going to work out for us, guys. So yep. And again, I'm not going to super tighten that because, one, I want it to be under string tension and string alignment, and then that way I can adjust that a little bit and then snug it down, snug. Oh man, I'm in a pretty good mood today, I guess, man. Man, I'm always in a good mood when I get to talk to you guys, man. You know, man, what I enjoy most about the channel, sometimes, you know, the work of it, when I'm in the throes of a project or I'm feeling, I don't know, man, I'm in my head about vids and, you know, timelines and all the silly stuff that I wrestle with in my own humanness. I really enjoy the lives, man, and I enjoy just hanging out with you guys, man. Man, those frets are super smooth still. I'm digging that, Jack. Alright, guys, it is time, my friends. It is time to string this bad boy up and see what we've been dealt for real after some upgrades, man. Oh, I did buy a beveling file, but won't be using it on this project because I've already done it all by hand. Alright guys, stand by. We'll throw some strings on here. Okay, well, after replacing the batteries in my tuner, it's time to train this bad boy up. So I have tuned the guitar, I have checked my relief, and it's right where I want it, Jack. I have assessed my action, and for my player preferences, it is on point. And so the last thing to do is to look at intonation. So I'm going to play an open bass E. And these are new strings, and that's a headstock tuner, so not always the best way to... Somebody put in the comments of one of my vids that I saw today, this was actually like a week and a half ago, about a Peterson strobe tuner that was a headstock situation. So I've got the same pitch on the E on the 12th fret, the A, the A is way sharp. Okay, so if the note on the 12th fret is sharp, that means the string is too short and you need to go toward the bridge. Okay? If it were flat, that means the string is too long and you need to go toward the nut. Sorry, my little chicken scratch is kind of out of shot, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to cover this up now. But so if it's sharp, that means the string is short. I need to go towards the bridge. So the A string on the 12th fret, open, is in tune. Well, wait a minute. That's good. That's on point. All right, so the A is intonated. There's the D. D is intonated. G. Oh, G's a little sharp. No? Okay. B string. Sometimes this little headstock tuner, man. Alright guys, so yeah, the guitar is tuned, the guitar has relief the way I like it, my action is where I like it, the I is for intonation, the guitar has been intonated, the N in T.R.A.I.N is nut, and this nut is cut really well. I like it. According to my Music Nomad nut slot gauge or nut height gauge, I'm rocking 0.016 on the bass side and 0.012 on the first fret on the treble side, Jack. That is pretty good. Well, there's nothing left to do now, guys, except to clean up and play this guitar a little bit and see what else we need as we go. So, you know, usually this guitar was put together today, meaning the neck and the body were rejoined in perfect harmony, Jack. And so that's gonna, you know, overnight it's gonna settle in, and I may need to look at all this again tomorrow. But for right now, we've got a guitar that is trained, my friends. On to the next thing. Well, my friends, as projects go, this Squier black and blue used guitar that I got for 75 American dollars has been a pretty good project. The only thing that really gave me more trouble than I would have liked were these dents. And guys, one day maybe I'll figure out how to do a better job with repairing dents in the guitar. If I keep this guitar around the shop, I don't care about that very much. And even if I sell it, I don't care about it very much. However, yeah, man. So we did a whole lot to this guitar. In this vid, what we did is we threw some tuners on. We put our Fender rolling style string guides on here, Jack. Mark that off the list, man. We went with our 09s strings, 9 to 42. We trained this guitar up. I was going to mention that it had Squier branded tuners that were really kind of janky in my opinion, so I took those off, Jack. Put on my Safu locking tuners, which I prefer to put on several guitars. We've got new electronics. We've got a pure tone output jack. I have not shimmed the neck of this guitar. However, it's set up well right now. And I'm a thumper, so I need my action a little bit higher than you need yours. I don't play with a lot of finesse, man. We know we hang out on the channel. Yeah. You hang on the channel. You already knew that. But yeah, man, there's nothing left to do now, man, but to turn this bad boy, plug it into an amp is what I mean. Turn it up and see what she sounds like, Jack. So the next thing maybe you'll hear in this vid is a couple of tone samples, depending on how long the vid is. If it's too long, I'll make a finale vid where we'll talk about the overall projects and just do some playing. But I might give you a little something just to keep you out the back door. Stand by. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your bad selves, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.